Hello, and welcome to Becky's House of Sewing. This is a podcast, video cast of all things thread and needle. It's my puppy Buster Brown. He's not really a puppy, he's like 15. But it's a very special episode. Do you know why, Buster? Do you know why? Because it's Ron's birthday. Yes! Uncle Ron, your favorite neighbor. Give him the eye, Buster. Give him the eye. And what I realized, so tragically, and many of my very close friends know this, I forget birthdays. So tragically, I forgot Ron's birthday, which was 2 days ago. Today is Wednesday, which I think is the 23rd. I don't even know what day it is. I have not been on Facebook for a couple days, so there have been several birthdays I've missed because Facebook is the only way I remember them. Right, Buster? And then I noticed as I was looking, next Wednesday is Connie's birthday, Connie is Ron's wife. I love Connie. Give him the eye, Buster. I think Buster's a little over it, but he's not over your birthday. In fact, he'd be happy to share some treats if you want. Happy birthday. The Fosters left the Petersons. They are favorite neighbor status. So, happy birthday to both of you, since my next Floss tube will probably air after Connie's birthday. So, happy birthday to both of you. We love you very much. Buster and Mike and Becky. Yes, we all love you. Okay, I'm going to let Buster down. He's like, do you have to hold me any longer? Yes, Buster. Yes, we do. All right, people. I have some things to share and some things to admit to. First of all, it is a very dreary, rainy day, and I might be a little grumpy. Sorry. I may have pitched a couple fits with my husband today. It may be the reason why he left to go to Greenville. I'm not sure. To be determined. I promise he's coming back. It wasn't that bad. So I've got a couple things to show you. And in no particular order, because I've just kind of piled things on. And I'm kind of grumpy, so I just didn't want to think about it too far. So, last week, I had some exciting times. Sunday, I had an additional stitchy day. So, my coworker Mary and her mom and my friend Jody and I met up at Amalia's, which is a great coffee tea French bakery. It has several locations throughout Charlotte. And we met there and loitered and stitched and chatted. It was a great time. It was so fun to meet Kathy, Mary's mom, and I hope we can do it again. We've already got plans to invite other people too. So, if you're interested, give me a ringy dingy. Be happy to include you. So, Amalia's, we went to the Park Road Shopping Center, Amalia's, which happens to be right across the street from Stash. So sure, I've been there 3 times in a week, but why not go again? The fun story about that is, so I met Jody there on Thursday after stitching, and these 2 ladies were there getting yarn. We're not shopping for yarn. We're more fabric, Jody and I, and stitchy stuff. But Jody does do yarn. I'm not saying she doesn't, but we were really, there more paroling for, what am I trying to say? Perusing for fabrics and such like that. So, we all have a good time on Thursday. We're walking up, and these same ladies are walking in at the same time. And we're both sets recognize each other, and so we just start giggling the whole time. So much so that there were two ladies, running the store, and Lucy was in the office, and we were giggling so loudly that Lucy had to come out and join the party. So it was kind of the last day of the sale, I think. So I had to see what was remaining and what must come home with me. And so I decided to get this big mat. Ron, you might not know what this is. For all my quilty friends, they just gasped. This is a wool mat by the Quilting, I think it's Quilting Gypsy Quilting, something like that. This is a 17 by 24 mat. My mother, who loves me dearly, had gotten me this mat, and I think it's like a 16 by 16 square. I use it all the time. So now I got a big one. Woo! I was gonna get sorry, my hair is doing a weird thing in the back. I was gonna get a big hoop. She had like a 30, maybe 32-inch hoop. And I have some dreams of grandeur of having kind of a lap quilting hoop that I could, get some good stitching on. And so I called my mother, my resident guru of all things needle and thread, mostly because I want to have all her things eventually when she's done using them, or when she upgrades, whatever works for me. So I asked her, I'm like, should I get this hoop? And my mother told me, no, you should get a hoop that is no bigger than from your elbow to your fingers. Because that way you can reach across the whole hoop and you have access to the whole hoop. Otherwise it's just too big and it's not helpful. So I said, great. What else could I spend that money on? So I bought the same amount of money that the hoop would have been is what that mat cost. So good decision. What else did I buy? So, I forgot to bring in the book, but was it last year or the year before? Now I can't remember. A recent birthday, my Aunt Mary Lou met us up in Boone, and we had a stitching retreat, and we went to Tennessee to do some cross-stitch shopping and fabric shopping and whatnot. We hit a couple of quilt stores and a couple of and a great cross-stitch store. Highly recommend it. If you need to know where it is that I went, ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to share it with you, because I can't remember right now. It was like cross-stitch and more or something like that, but no, I can get you the details. So we bought this really cute book. It's a quilting book, and it had some cute patterns, and most of them were like in pastels. So I got, while I'm at Stash, I've been thinking about, I really don't have the fabric to kind of coordinate with those soft colors. So I got this charm pack, which is a 10 by 10 square Ron, in case you were wondering. And it has some grays and turquoises and blues, but all kind of pastel-y kind of colors. And then I got these 3 coordinating colors. It's kind of getting blown out, sorry. Maybe that's closer to the colors. Kind of like a peach, a yellow, and a green. To kind of be borders or extra materials. I got that, and then I got another charm pack that fell out of its packaging. And I don't know what I'll use this for, but I just liked it. And it actually kind of reminds me of 1980s floral prints. Some big roses. So this is like blues, pinks, and greens. You're going to hear Buster whining. Sorry, I put him down. I really like that print. And that comes in like a blue version too. Then there's some ticking. Ticking is a stripe run, in case you need to know. So between last Wednesday stitching, Sunday stitching, I kind of got re-addicted to Token of Fall. I got a lot done. Look at that progress. Woo! People. So, and I finished the leaf today at stitching today. And then I've done a couple more threads of the lighter blue because I found in the middle I was getting lost. So I almost needed to kind of do a little bit of the darker blue and a little bit of the lighter blue just so I can fill in and understand where the heck I'm going, because I'm certain I've made a mistake or two in that little pattern, but you'll never know where that is. You're welcome. So going to stitching on Sunday led me to realize that I need a better tote for my cross stitch. And I've been, there's a couple of cross stitch project bag companies that make these cool trifold things for my type of frame, the scroll frames. I was like, you know what, I could probably make one of those. And I was like, you know what, that probably takes up too much thought. I can make a bag. I'll make a bag. So out of some of the material I got at Stash, and to kind of get me out of my grumpy ass mood, pardon my language, but I have been a grump, I made this bag. It's got little, oh my gosh, now I'm going to forget what that is. What is that called? You're yelling it at me. Now, a gusset, maybe? I don't remember what that's called. But it's got a little square off bottom so that it's nice and stout for whatever project I have. Here's the really funny part, is that this is the back of the inside material. I've sewn this bag together twice because I'm not following a pattern. I'm trying to go by memory. And clearly my memory sucks. So I was like, you know what? If the outside is on the outside, I'll take it. We're leaving this backwards. But I think the pocket is really cute. So I made a pocket so I can put some smaller things in there. And I did a little bit of a blanket stitch around it to kind of keep it secure. Did a coordinating fabric that I had in my stash. Made the straps. So this is nice and long. I made it long because I've been doing a lot of larger projects. I do have like 30-inch rungs for my scroll frame. Scrolls, I guess, are what they are. So this will hold any length of project I have. It'll stick up a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Right now I have a little, just the fabric. I haven't started it. It's the fabric for a Kathy Barrick design. It's a long and skinny thing. You can see I have literally no stitches. That's just marking where I should start. So that's it's a woman. I want to say it's like the seamstress, something like that. I don't have the pattern in here. One day I'll do it. I like it. A long and skinny pattern will fit well on a wall somewhere. So that is it, people. Happy birthday, Petersons, yet again. Buster is probably just out there singing to you. We just don't realize that the whining is really singing happy birthday. Lord knows I am not going to sing on YouTube. You can't pay me to do that. But we should go have drinks or dinner. That would be lovely. And I hope you all, everybody else, I hope that is celebrating a birthday or not, I hope you guys have a great stitchy week. And I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.